Hello, people! Holy smokes! Hello, Maso-san, Ebola, Ramaspril, Redford, Nico, Henk, Martin, Jack of all trades, ThunderTube. What is up, guys? How is everybody doing? There he is, the one and only Arthur. Where have you been, my dude? How is everybody doing? I am doing good. And the ants are doing even better. Lots of championships. Cool. Hey, Rico. Yes, and a lot of this is because of one of her channel friends, Soil Gecko, or Stefan. I don't know if he's in the stream. Hey, Costello Blocks, what's up? Because he helped me out with a few things. And one of those things is this. This is Soil Gecko's own creation. And it's really, really good. Later I'll tell you what's in it. So it's not a secret. But yeah. What happened to the support goal? It's back to 0. Well, hey, there he is, Stefan, Soil Gecko. It's a new formula, yeah. Well, if Stefan's here, I can tell you in a second. The support goal is back to 0 because we were going for Boolans, but you missed it. We got Boolans. They won't be on the stream today because I still need to give the queen time and space, but yes, we have Boolans. But yeah, let's see this stuff in work. The new goal, by the way, is for Polyraches armata. I rewatched it. Good boy. Okay, gonna grab some food for the ants, and then you can see the sugars in action. It's so good. Okay. Thanks, Arthur. There we go. Guys, check out this response. Oh, we have one escapee. The barrier is not what it used to be. I need to put the lid on. Look at that response. So this is sugar water that has been made by our friend Soil Gecko, and it's actually a mixture of honey, maple syrup, agave syrup, coconut blossom sugar, and seawater without salt. And the seawater without salt was something that we were both wondering about. Okay, but how do they take the salt out of it? But the ants love it. Just see the reaction. It's so cool. While you guys are watching that, I'm going to hydrate the nest. How are the Lundy? No, it's not distilled seawater, because a lot of the minerals and stuff like that was still in the water. Because normally, if you want to get the sea salt out, you vaporize, boil the water, and then you condense it, and then you get clean. But this was something else. So we're not really fully clear on that part, but damn. Thank you, Summer, for that donation. The donations are going towards Polyrachus amata. No, it's not gonna be sold, Ramaspril. You can copy the formula if you want, but it's its home product, and yeah, that's really cool. He also helped me out with food for my creepy crawlers, for as my daughters call them, for the dubias and the red runners. But also, he gave me a ton of different vegetables for our leaf cutters that I'll be showing in a bit. So that's also cool. But you can just see how much they already drank, and you can see their gases growing. Let me zoom in a little bit. Check out those gases. This is it's debatable. Camponotus irritans, but it's probably not irritans, but in the same family. I had a big discussion about that before on one of the Discord servers, because there's a small region where a lot of the same species come from that really look the same. Well, maybe it's even drugs, Sorrow Gecko. Look at this. You're the ants drug dealers. But yes, Sorrow Gecko, thank you very much for this, because it's working epic. So, yeah, let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll see if I can let that happen. Should I start with putting the Carabera in the background? Lundy! the dangleberries, fetch and koi. Holy crap. Okay, you want to start with the Lundies right away? Show the shiny ones. What, the Metallicas? Okay, let's start with the Lundies. If I have enough battery. Yeah. Let's go with the Lundies, because the Lundies are just... they're funny. They are funny. Because fungus pod... oh, I need to zoom out again. This is the first fungus pod, as you guys know. This is the trash pod. This is the other fungus pod. All the fungus is gone. There's a little bit behind the sensor there. But the rest is gone. And a bit on the ceiling. But then we have brood. And brood. And ants. And more ants. And then a couple more ants. We got ants running with rose petals. And then we got ants and we got brood. But not where it's supposed to be, but okay. We got more ants. And ants. And ants. And then we have some brood. Okay. Then we have ants. And then we have ants and ants and ants. And then we have... wait. Is that new? Because that was supposed to be there. Why? Okay. Well, let's follow the tube. We got ants, ants, and more ants. And then we got fungus where it's not supposed to be. And it's ants and ants. And then there is fungus. Whoa. But this was the outworld. And the barrier is gone because the humidity went up so much because of this fungus. And as you can see, there is water on the floor. I didn't put it there. That's all that they took from the leaves and stuff. So I can't feed them here anymore. So that's why we put a second outworld. So where that trash outworld used to be, I quickly connected a new outworld. And this is where some of the food from soil gecko comes in, because I wrote it down. I didn't write this down. So we have these are all winter vegetables. So we have two different species, and no, it is not. Yeah, I need a megas. That plan is already in the works. But we got one kind of leaf there that's covered, so you can't see it. And then we have the small leaves here. Stefan, I still need to look up what the actual English names are for them. So, yeah. These are the small leaves, and the rippled ones are in the back there, but they're completely covered. Let me see if I can find a piece that they are moving around. Yes. In here, that ant over there. It's an other type of leaf. It's really thick. It's from the coal. Why are they walking with fungus over there? I don't know. But yeah. So I have a plan that is going to involve a pipe going up there and then going over there and then to this non-paper painted part, and this is a cabinet that's gonna go away, and then we're gonna have a new viv over there, and then we're gonna have a really big feeding area over here, and then the piping will continue and go all around the room. So this fungus, do I like it? No, but well, we gotta adapt. So second outworld, which is completely taken over. Meow. Meow. Okay, I am gonna put you guys back in the phone stand, and then I am gonna grab the Diversa. How many queens did he have? One. It is Acromyrmex lundi, and it's a 1-queen colony. And I am going to try, but I'm not sure if I'm able to complete it. But next Friday I'm gonna try and make a video on 1 year of Acromyrmex lundi, because I started this colony with, I think it was 6 workers, and we are now at 6,000 workers. So a bit of a difference. Okay, I need to move you guys to another stand. Come on. Sorry for the epic camera work. So, our friends, do they bite? They nibble. They don't pierce your skin. How many queens do they have? Only one. Yeah, they grow really fast. So, time for some more good news. Hello, Azra. The brood pile is growing again. It's looking way better than before. Really happy with that. And now I am going to give them some sugar water as well. Do you maybe know where I can buy a termite colony? Ask Stein from the Ant Merchant from the tube. You can see one of his ads in our Discord. Stein from the Ant Merchant is also selling termite queens. So, shall we see if they would also like some of that really nice sugar water? And let's see if we can make a little trail. So I cleaned out this outworld a little bit because it was really bad, and starting to look a little bit better. So let me grab a smiley tray, put in some sugar water, and now I'm going to grab some red runners. Hello, European Ant Keeper, what's up? Do you know why they had a die-off? To be honest, no. No, I did not. The temperature was stable. The food supply was stable. The nest was hydrated. So, no, I don't know. What did I miss? The Lundy expansion and Epic Sugar Water. But this is the Epic Sugar Water. So let's see if we can get a cool response from them. Okay, this is always a challenge. These are Carabera diversa, also known as Asian Marauder ants. Straight for the sugar water. Cool. Lasius Niger next. Sure, I'll grab the Nigers. I also still need to grab the dangleberries, but that's all the same. So. TCA, I have a question. So I have a YouTube, but I'm looking for a species that's really fun to watch. I'm not too pricey. Do you know a good species that a big YouTuber? Well, first of all, I'm not a big YouTuber. You have Maculata, cool. A simple one that is fun to watch, that can give you a nice video, that's fast growing. Camponotus nicoparensis. But it's not only about the species, it's about the setup, but more importantly, it's the way you tell your story. And to be honest, I'm not really good at storytelling. We have people that are better at storytelling. Look at Cole Ants or Antflix or I forgot his name. There's a new guy from Austria. Antimatters. What's up, Jake? Ants Canada, he's a good storyteller. That's true. Fantastic Tom is good on is the best on information wise. It's not like a really like storytelling, but more like documentary. Yeah, information, which is also very, very important. But you have to pick something that you want to do. Do you want to make like Fantastic Tom, like information videos? Do you want to make stories like Antflix and Ants Canada? Or do you want to do something like me, just all over the place? I mean, yeah, we got the Tetramorium, we got guides, we got live streams, we got everything. So yeah, but it's best to pick one thing and concentrate on that. Or just do whatever you want, like antimatters. Thumbs up to all over the place. Exactly. I got that one from you, Jake. To be honest, guys, Jake was one of the biggest example of how I wanted my channel to look, because I don't want to be that serious. How is that roach still moving? That's just, he's glitching. That happens. What app do you use to make your videos? Well, I work on my PC and it's called DaVinci Studios. No, DaVinci Resolve. If you want to start making videos, in the beginning, I would just go all over the place and see what you like. True. Very true. I had an infestation of pharaoh ants. Oh, okay. How bad? How bad? Okay. Well, as you see, that's the funny thing about Marauder ants. They are not really sugar orientated. They are always busy with protein, and most of the sugar gets covered up by them. So yeah, they are drinking a little bit, but you love PJ and you're talking about his ants. Yeah, I like PJ. I can't understand that some people are a bit distracted by his epicness. Do you give them seeds? I do sometimes give them seeds, yes. It's weird with my YouTube right now. I just got 8K views on a video, but basically no likes. I think that liking is kind of out of, people are not liking anymore. I get tons of views and also not a lot of likes. So, when is the best time to get Carabera diversa? Well, to be honest, Carabera diversa are not the easiest species. Also, you need to have a good setup for them to not have them escape. Because the workers are small. Where did you buy the heat switch in your Viv? AliExpress. But not the cheapest ones, because I wanted something decent. So, you kind of already see it in the bottom. Get your sunglasses out. It is time for Lasius Niger. And, of course, we are talking about the nest from my daughter. I am working on some new lighting. I've got a new friend, and he's a cameraman. So I asked him, what lighting do I need? And he said, well, I'm not really one of the guys that does the macro work. So I'll ask one of my colleagues what you should get. So I hope to hear from him soon to get some better lighting. You doing your homework? Good boy. Or girl, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Everyone's welcome. And now I am throwing a lot of trash around. Nice. Hey, Texas Ants, welcome back. So these Lasius Niger are doing really well. I hope to see a big boom this year for this colony. I would love to expand this setup. Oh boy, cool. Struggled with the heat. Yeah, I want something that is not too close. So apparently I need a couple of big, how did they call it? Light boxes or something. So that you get a lot of indirect lighting. Okay, let's make a small tray for these girls with the epic sugar water. Stefan, I'm just going to call it the epic sugar water. So I tried it with a few other species and the results are really good. Yeah, but you want to have the light diffused, but you still want to have it everywhere. And that's the big challenge, because you don't want to see a reflection in your tubes or in your glass, but you do want the light to be everywhere, and you want enough light so you can actually see stuff. So it's really tricky. So made some food for them. Should I get Noda or Sinica? Well, I only have Noda, and I am really happy with them. And after this one, I'm going to grab the Camponotus vagus, and after that, it's going to be the Nodas. So, yeah, they are not coming out of the nest right now. So let's move over to Hey, Danzo, what's up? Let's move over to our Camponotus vagus. Let's see how Beasley is doing. Yeah, I saw the message. Let's see how Beasley is doing. Yep, they moved all their brood into the hallway, which is fine. But now you can see that the lighting is not right. Because I need to get the camera in there, but I need to get the light in there. Yes, I agree. Beautiful ants. Beautiful ants. And you know what's funny about them? They are so fast. They are so fast, it's bananas. This is Camponotus vagus. And the queen is called Beasley. And why is she called Beasley? Well, it's named after my first subscriber, which is a friend from the gaming community, and his in-game name was Beasley. Hey, Luca. The fungus is growing too big that we added an extra outworld next to it so that we can feed in a new outworld. Let's see if we can get the same response from these girls. He got bit by vagus. Oh, damn. By a major, or? Yeah. I did post that in the group. Oh. I need to drink a lot today, guys. My voice is acting up a bit, so. So this colony had a bit of a die-off during the winter. Nothing major, like 6 workers. But I hope to grow this this colony a lot this year. But to give them a bit of a boost, I might give them another nest so that they can choose. Hey, XX Gleam, what's up? So that liquid feeder is almost empty. So I might as well do something about that. Okay, I'm going to grab a new bottle because this one is disgusting. Well, not the bottle, the actual foot of the feeder. If I buy a nest from you, do I need to make it by myself at home? I don't know what you mean by that. Do you? You have to unscrew the lid, take off the acrylic, and why do I leave it on? Because I don't want it to be damaged during transport. Then you put the acrylic back, and then you're done with that. And if you buy an outworld, then you have to set up. But for the outworld, there's already one video inside the shop. When you go to outworld, you can see it there. And we are currently working on videos how to assemble a nest, how to water a nest, how to assemble an outworld, how to assemble a set. Well, the set makes sense of itself, so. What species did I miss? Diversa, which I show in the background, the Lundis, and the Nigers. The Redliners and the Travelers are doing very great. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Okay, should we get the Nodas out? Let's see. Yes, we got more response. Yeah, Martin has a video on a small setup. True. By the way, guys, I have made a decision about a couple of species that we own. And there is going to be a giveaway. Because I talked to the ant merchant because I really like the denticulata. But for me, they look a lot like the Neopina. So at 3,500 subscribers, we are going to give away the denticulata with the setup. No, I do not have a termite colony. I am keeping it with ants. Can you show them? Yes, I'll show them in a bit. First, let's do the Nodas. Yes, because the denticulata is actually a really nice colony already. It's quite a few workers, so. Let's see if we can get a reaction on the sugar water here. So I am going to put a few drops on the micro smiley if I can. There we go. It's the micro smiley. So the problem that they had with the normal smileys is that the eyes were so big that the small workers could still drown. And that's why we made the micro smiley. So it's a normal smiley, but wearing sunglasses, which helps immensely with, well, them being able to just stand on one of the ridges and not die. Good night, Luca. I already see a few new subs. Thank you, people. So we're going to need 214 for the giveaway. So 214 new subscribers. So tell your friends. Tell your mom. But yeah, if we get to 3,500, we are going to do the giveaway. Yeah, I saw it in the chat from Antic Mania. Cool. "24 people watching. Again, thank you all. This really makes it just a fun Sunday evening. I hope that Ants England is going to join, because we want to do a stream together. How big can a colony of... I don't know, to be honest. Hey, Worm, what's up? What is up? The reaction is really nice on this. Okay. Let's move you guys back to the Diversa, and I'll grab the Denticulata. Let's see, that's Denticulata. Diversa! In what month did the ants start mating again? You mean the nuptial flights? Depends on the species. You can use the Ant Scout app for that, if you want to find out. So, these are the Denticulata. So, this colony is going to be a giveaway. We got mini cigars, a ton of workers, still a ton of brood in the bottom here. So, yeah, this is going to be an epic giveaway. It is going to be EU only because of shipping. I'm sorry, Ebola. I know. It is a really cool giveaway. I need to thank the ant merchant for that, because I borrowed this colony, but I want to make space for some other colonies, and they gave me this colony to give away. So that's just epic. Those are not the big cigars yet. These are the small ones. These are the cute little cigars. The big ones are going to be out a little bit later. So let's see if they want some sugar water. Yo, I dare you to add 5 fruit flies. I don't have fruit flies, but later on I will be feeding my Neoponera Filosa live red runners, and they will be hunted down. Well, these are vanilla cigars, and we're going to get the big Cubans a little bit later. So, but this setup is going to be the giveaway. Yes, I will add a jaw drinker. Yes, there will be some smiley trays. So it's a medium gypsum with a nice colony in it. And it's a old medium outworld. So, yeah. Help me get to 3,500 so that we can get that party going. Hey, Tom. Guys, upcoming YouTuber, Fantastic Tom, gives great information on all sorts of things. We get a lot of questions about hibernation and stuff like that. Check out his channel, and you get all the information you need on when to wake them, when not to wake them, what good temperature is, what good heating is. Okay. Somebody asked about the dangleberries. I know it was somewhere at the beginning, but let's grab the dangleberries. You mean the normal 80 tube connectors or the 25 mils? The big ones for piping. Yeah, his videos are really good. You're right, Texas ants. So the rice fields. There is so many eggs there. It's just bananas. Let's give these cuties something to eat. For the piping. They're not seeds. Amber ants. You subscribe to to Fantastic Tom's channel. There she is. Sadie, I completely forgot to ask you for today. Because last week you were busy. Shall we do next week? Stream is getting better and better, people. We got lots of good YouTubers in here. Fantastic Tom, Antimatters, Sadie, or Ant England, as most of you know her. Cool. I'll talk to you after the stream or a little bit later on how to set that up. What are you doing, Martin? It's not only about the soft boxes. It's also about what lights to use and stuff like that. I would consider a lot of people YouTubers. Hey, excited guys, welcome back. So, you missed epic sugar water. Epic concoction from our friend, the soil gecko. Camponotus floridanus is an amazing species. True. How many people will be at AntCon this year? Sadly, I will not be there. I know that Lynn is going, but so let's move to the next colony. And that's going to be another Lasius, but not Niger. AntCon is in Wales. Okay. Lasius flavus. Man. Really, green mites are annoying the hell out of me. Lasius flavus are one of the coolest. Right, Jake? Gold. Okay, I'm going to give them especially for that. No, I can't give them. I got to give them a green one. I don't understand because a lot of people are like, the flavas are so boring. Yes, they are not big. Yes, they are not the most beautiful ants. But they are always active. And they just look cute. Yeah, I need some predatory mites. I've tried a couple of things already, but your acrylic is installed incorrectly. Yes, I should have flipped it 90 degrees, but then that's the problem with this insert. If you flip the lid, it is no longer facing the right direction. But it doesn't matter because you still have enough ventilation in there. Just move ants into a clean setup and wash the grain mites one. Well, moving the brood is also the challenge then. Texanas are underappreciated. Yeah, well, you're talking with a lot of Europeans here, and you're going to get overrun by a lot of European species. So, yeah. Yeah, I have a barrier tub that I use for those kinds of things. The problem is that I have a lot of setups that are infested with gray mites at the moment. So if I have to do them all, I don't know where I can find the time for that. I'm already behind on so much stuff. And are they bad for the ants? Not directly. So, back to the Carabara it is. Carabara diversa. And I shall grab the next colony. Oh no. This is not something that I like to see. And I don't really understand what is happening. There it is. Guys, if you haven't, subscribe to Antflix. Antflix, congrats on your 1K, dude. We, Jake, I watched The Mask with my daughters, and we were constantly doing those kinds of accents, so it was really funny. So, Messy Barbarous. Fun thing, I have no idea where this cotton is coming from, because the cotton is still there. Yeah, it might have been that this one was bigger, that they took some of it off, but where did they get so much cotton? And of course, it's Messy Barbarous, so you're not able to get to them because they are everywhere. And there's a lot of them. So, do I need to give them a new setup? Yes, but I already did 2 big changes this weekend. One change you saw was from the Lundy, and the other one you haven't seen yet. So there's one change coming up. Question is, I changed the nest, but I don't know if they already moved, because I had to stop filming because I had to do a live stream. So yeah, so let's check under there. Nice. We got a little bit of, we got a lot of brood. Got eggs, larvae. Nice. Oh yeah, when is the release, Netflix? That's today. Good one, Ebola. That is today. They pull out pieces when they drink. Yeah, but I didn't know that they had so much in there. So that's cool. That's why the cotton plug seems to travel further up as they drain the water. They're constantly tugging at it. Well, next time I might need to do a little bit less water then, because if they go through it, they're going to flood the nest. Well, not the nest, the feeding corridor. The nest is up higher, so it should be fine. By the way, that's one of the features, guys. You cannot overwater the nest. You can't flood the nest. If the nest is leveled, so it's standing on a leveled shelf, if you overwater the nest, it will flow out into the feeding corridor because the nest is higher than the feeding corridor. This is made exactly for that reason. So if you accidentally overwater it, it will flow into the feeding corridor. Hello, Nadia. Sorry, we don't speak French here. We speak English. 32 people watching. Thank you all for joining. I'm slacking right now. Need some final tweaks before I can release it. I want it to be bang on. Well, we want to see it. Hello, RW12 crew. What's up? Guys, I need space in my Viv, so this means that I do have to say goodbye to some colonies, and one colony has already left us. Sadly, the Rufa nigra colony was infertile. So the Rufa nigra colony is no longer with us. And guys and girls, you really need to help me. What am I going to do with the Monomorium? Because they are putting the brood outside of the tube already. And the tube is almost dry. So we need to figure something out for these girls. Fifth number, well, first I need to make fifth number 3. But that's already planned. But again, something to do with time or something. I don't know. Give them a nest. What nest? Give me an idea. Help me out here. Connect the nest and shine a bright ton of light at the outworld. No, it's not needed. If we connect the nest and we hydrate that in the right amount, they will move it in themselves. So that's not a problem. But white tongue. To be honest, no, I'm not going to use white tongue, especially not with small ants. Gypsum teardrop. I think the colony is too big for the teardrop. See how much there's in the tube? And this is a big tube because this is a big outworld and the tube is from one side to the other, diagonal. So you need to design a nest similar to the Saturn or the Waipanti. No. And yes. And no. And yes. And no. I had an idea with the stacker to connect that to an outworld, but the stacker is on hold at the moment, so. A wood nest. I don't know if this species is actually would like to be in wood. Connect 2 teardrops. That would be kind of cool. I agree with Martin with a medium gypsum. You could do 2 teardrops. Do like feeding corridor here and then a teardrop here and a teardrop there. This is Monomorium subakum. And as you can see, it's impossible to clean the outworld. 2 teardrops because this species will make you cry one day. Good one, Sadie. Well, they kind of already are because, I mean, how am I supposed to clean anything? How am I supposed to clean this setup? If you do it, if you do not, I will. I like the 2 teardrops. Do the waste bin that antimatter used to, yeah. They kill the mites. Well, this species, small ants don't need cleaning, they kill the mites. Yeah, that's true, but I do want to get my smileys back. I want to get my smileys back. I really like the 2 teardrops. That's a good one. 2 teardrop nests. 1 second. 1 second. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Hey, Lindsay. This cool. Did I win the giveaway with my idea? No, we could still enter later on, dude. Okay, I'm not going to do this right now. because I want to film it and use it for a video, of course. But guys, thank you. Great idea, this. Epic. We're going to do this. If you want to see updates on this, you can. I try to post stuff on my diary in in our Discord. So, why? What giveaway? The denticulata are going to leave us, and they were from the ant merchant. So I contacted Stein, and Stein said, "Time for a giveaway." So we're going to do a giveaway at 3,500, but it is EU only. So yeah. How do I enter? It's going to be later on. We first need to make it to 3,500. Are we going to do a worldwide giveaway? I promise you there's going to be one pretty soon. There is some wheels are turning for another worldwide giveaway. And I can tell you that it's bigger than the Denticulata giveaway. So stay tuned on that. But that's for another time. First, we're going to fix the Denticulata giveaway. Yes, Texas Ants, it's going to be a worldwide giveaway. I'm already happy that I can ship to you guys again. So that's a big plus for me, and hopefully for you if you like my stuff. By the way, I have a question for Sadie. Is the Fedora CF Degasi the same or closely related to Fedolinoda, as the description and appearance are pretty much identical? Maybe. You've got Philosas in your country. Very much true, guys. Texas bullet ants. Should I show you guys the other nest that I connected? Atu, are you still there? Mr. Archerman. Dead ant guy, I don't think so. The Noda is medium size. Nodas are pretty small, actually. You mean you need Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna grab another setup that I changed today. The manliest man of men. I'll show you the Texas bullet ants in a little bit because I have them. What time should I wake up to know who answers the giveaway? That's going to take a little bit. First, we're going to go to 3,500, and then we're going to do an announcement and everything. So it's going to be cool. So I don't see a response from Atu, sadly, because he was constantly saying that the nest of our 5 queen Nicobarensis was too big. So I finally had a change of heart, and I gave them a small nest. Did they already move a little bit? No, nothing. So they are getting a teardrop, which hopefully they like. So it's so cool to see it, the water pull through here. That's not shade here. One poor worker. Yes, but I am. I won't be watering this nest anymore, and I'm gonna leave it in the light. So eventually they will move themselves. So yeah. How often do I need to hydrate a white-tongued teardrop for Lasius Niger? Well, the easiest way to look at it is by color. Let me grab a block. So, are you going to announce it in the Discord? Of course. Okay. White tongue. This is dry white tongue. This is how I machine it. But as you can see, it's white. But now see what happens if I make it wet. It turns gray. That's the easiest way to look at it. If it's gray, it's good. When it turns white, it needs water. It's as simple as that. You can see that it pulls through. The bottom is also getting it. And that's why we have the holes through and through, so that the water will come from the bottom up. That's the best way to do it. So, yeah, white is dry, gray is wet. And you want it gray. And when you get it gray and shimmering, you're making it too wet, because then there's actually water standing inside of the holes. So, yeah. And it works the same for gypsum, yes. But gypsum is not as fast as white tongue. Let me grab the block. Oh. Here. We have the nest that we're going to use for the Monomorium. So with gypsum, it's the same. See? Turns gray. It's as simple as that. So, white is dry, gray is wet. When it starts to shimmer, it's too wet. And it's not only my brand, it's every brand. Works the same. Yeah, the nest is decorated with substrate. Yeah. The buggers. You're welcome. By the way, if you have these kinds of questions, join our Discord. There's an ant help section there, and we will try to help you with all the questions that you have. Yeah, as much as possible. So 5 queen Nicobrances. Hopefully they will move soon. Also because this setup is a bit weird and takes up a lot of space. Unnecessary space in the Viv. And again, I need to downsize, but I can't choose. Okay, I am going to grab a smaller colony. Then I'm going to put the diversas away so that I can grab the philosas. So, why is my super chat not going in? I don't know. Because super chat is on. Okay. Holy smokes. You want to see a couple of queens? There you go. Right there at the entrance. I saw an elate. So these are the Tetramorium. And the Tetramorium are back in brood, baby. Yep, tons upon tons of queens. Funny thing is, I separated a couple of queens, and this week I actually traded one, and I was in return I am going to get some Mesa Barbarus. And why Mesa Barbarus? Well, I sometimes give starting ant keepers, when they come to my place, a free ant colony, and Mesa Barbarus is beginner friendly. So I'm gonna get a few spare Mesa Barbarus so that I can actually give them away. Tetramorium bicarinatum, also known as the Tetranatus. We, from the Time Continuing Agency, are monitoring these ants very well because we think that they are trying to break in through another dimension. Yeah, there's a ton of queens in there. Smoky. We watched The Mask with our kids. I told that before in the beginning of the stream, and the kids were like, "Did you really watch these kinds of videos on when you were younger?" And we're like, "Yeah, a lot." Okay. You don't see any winged? Where are they? Where are they? I saw a couple running around just now. Come on. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, there's one right there. In the bottom there. She is. With wings. Oh, with one wing. Wait, what are you giving away? At first, denticulata set up, and then later on, something else that's in the works. So, a very healthy denticulata in a medium setup. Hello, Ant45. What is up? Let's see if these girls also like the new sugar water. I am so in love with this sugar water. This one is... Whoa, that smiley is stuck. They made a mess. And this is one of the smiley trays in a new metallic color. Do you have Mesa Structurans? No, I do not. I have a Mesa Barbarus. That one cricket is still twitching, yeah. Yeah, I know. It happens a lot, Sadie. Especially if you use a tray and then fill it up with some more liquid after. So, in the background, I am going to move the Diversa out of the way so that we can get the Filosas in that spot, because my desk is too small to fit everything. So, flying Diversa colony. I'm still so happy that I'm still able to move the whole Diversa setup with one hand. Oh, no. Do I need to move the stand out of the way? Hopefully not. Sorry, guys. I need to change the camera stands because they are connected to my desk, but one is in front of the door where the Diversa are. There we go. They are mini Velocas. Oh my god, I need them. What end are you giving me? It looks so cool. They are mini Velocas. They are really epic. Oh. Honeypods. I am still working on the honeypods. The supplier that I was talking with does not have his new supply yet, so hopefully that will happen soon. Okay, on to the Velocas. The cigar factory. Last time I tried to clean a little bit. I'm going to do the same thing again. I am feeding so many red runners every week. It's bananas. So, for people that don't know this species takes live prey only. So I am going to give them a couple of red runners, and the red runners will be hunted down by these ants. If you don't like that kind of content, this is the time to leave. Hi guys, I want to buy a leaf cutter, but what is the best beginner leaf cutter colony? Ooh, that's a tough one. First question, where are you from? RW12 crew. These are Texas bullet ants, Neopanera filosa, or hairy panther ants. You're from the Netherlands. Well, then you should look up Ilias Insects. iliasinsects.com. It's a guy from Belgium. That's where I got my leaf cutters from. And he is the guy to go to for leaf cutters. If you want a cool setup, thecraftingant.com. So, are you guys ready for some red runners? I've got about 10 here. So, let's go. Thank you, Martin. I would say Acromyrmex over Atta. Well, to be honest, the Lundis are really easy, but probably the easiest. But at the moment, I know that Ilias is not getting them. So, yeah. You want the camera to the left. Put it a little bit back. The problem is now that I've got everything, they're a bit far away. By the way, join the Discord, RW12. Yeah, Aquamyrmex Lundii is just a little bit easier at the start because their fungus does not need that much humidity as other species. And yes, all leaf cutters are epic. Oh, Sadie, then you missed. I actually had to put an extra outworld because there's fungus in the outworld. So I placed another temporary outworld, and Soil Gecko actually brought me all kinds of different winter vegetables from his own garden. So that's cool. By the way, guys, thank you all for joining, for being here almost every Sunday. It's so much fun to do the streams like this. Yours are going back up? That's cool. That's nice. We were all worried with you. So, shall we check out the nest? How many workers out of Philosas? Well, how many are out here? I would say 40. And then we have this in the nest. And then we have this coming. And there's another cocoon spinning there. There you can actually see a springtail. And we have more brood and more brood. So, yeah. Cigars. We nicknamed them the Cigar Factory, but also the Merchants of Death. Because this was a gift from the Ant Merchant, from antmerchant.com, for 1,000 subs. So yeah, it's cool. I'm so happy. Yeah, the two red runners took the wrong direction. Where's the cricket in the nest? It's there. It's been stung a couple of times. By the way, I don't know if you people know this. Most of you will, but this sting will not kill the ant. It will only how do you say it? It's incapacitate them. So they actually stay alive, which means that they can actually store the insect inside of the nest for a couple of days. Paralyzed. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Maybe you should be here for the stream. Sit next to me. when I cannot find the right word. But yeah, they are paralyzed by the venom from the ants. But in this way, they can actually store the insects inside of the nest and keep them there for several days. When they start moving again, they just get stung again. And this is how they can actually, help you out, help maintain a steady flow of food by just storing it in the nest. On my way. Well, I'll see you in 15 then, Rico. Ants and stuff actually lives nearby. So, by the way, Rico, if you want to join the stream sometimes over here, be my guest. Could be fun to have somebody actually sitting here next to me. That would be. I've done a couple of streams with other people, and hopefully we're gonna do some stream soon with Sadie. By the way, Antimatters, if you want to join sometimes, would be fun as well. Do you feed every couple of days or weekly? Depending on the species. These ants actually get food 3 or 4 times a week. The same for the diversa. Leafcutters almost every day. But a lot of species get food on Wednesday and Sunday. So it really depends on the species and on the needs from the species. I mean, the Mesobarbarus get seeds once a month, but they get water every week. Yeah, it really depends on the species. A couple of paralyzed red runners. A few are still moving around. I have told this a couple of times before. Neopanera are solo hunters. So in these small quarters, you won't see them swarm any ants. And now they are, what are there, 8 around that one. But normally they are solo hunters, which makes it a bit weird looking sometimes when they hunt inside of an outworld. Anyways, hey Crafting Man, I'm gonna go now. See ya and good luck with your ants. Oh, you're bored in the Discord. Oh, cool. Well, thanks for joining then, man. That's a good question, Ebola. Tom. Is it just a passion of yours, or is it your job or your study, or... No, it's... You sound Dutch! Well, probably because I am. But how do you want me to sound then? I can put on another accent if you want. I just got was it 2 days ago from Ebola? I got a video on how good the Dutch were at speaking English. Try German, a German accent. Well, you know, with German, it's just you need to scream a lot, and then it's already besser. You know it, right? So in Dutch you have, in English you have butterfly. In French it's papillon. In Dutch it's vlinder. And in German it's Schmetterling. So let's check out the harps. We got some harps here. Harps are just ants with big jaws. They're also called jumping jack ants. And by that, you probably know what they do. More what? You have to practice your best London accents then for next week. London accent. Okay. I'll just go watch some. I really like to watch First Dates from England. You can pick up a couple of accents in those episodes. So we actually have a nice amount of cigars here as well. Also eggs. Kervit, please. On the Camponotus Venators. Did I already make one on the Harps? I don't remember, to be honest. Did I make one on the Harps? I'm going to check real soon. Real quick. Harps. Yes, you did. Okay, I don't have to check. I trust Soil Gecko. Yes, I did. I was already wondering, like, I think I did one, but... So, Camponotus Venator, really epic ants. One of the species that I always say, if something happens to this colony, I would buy harps again tomorrow. Yeah. What I think is cool about this harp setup is that they always close up their entrance to the feeding corridor, and they actually have live red runners in the outworld, and they just go out hunting when they need a red runner, and then they close the entrance again. So yeah, really, really, really epic. The sad thing about it is, because of their great eyesight, they mostly hunt at night when I'm not there. So I'm looking to get more ants. Should I get a mealworm farm? No, don't go for mealworms. Try to get red runners or other crickets or stuff like that. Mealworms are very fatty. So the best is to see if you can get some red runners or crickets or stuff like that, because mealworms is more fat than protein. I mean, if you can't get anything else, it's good, but it's not the best. How much do you feed them in a week? What, these girls? I feed them when there's no red runners in the outworld anymore. Roaches plus rabbit food. Well, I just got chicken food from Soil Gecko. He's really helping me out on a lot of fronts. So yeah, I just got chicken feed from them, and well, chicken food. Chicken feed sounds a bit funny. But I know, DT, I know. But they really like the chicken food. Yeah, he's my main supplier. You can get some real good stuff from him. Yeah. Well, probably if I leave the epic sugar long enough. Dog food also works. Well, they eat all kinds of trash, and they like it when it's a little bit moist. So if it's wet, it's fine. So yeah. Okay, on to the next. In the back there is still one round going on the Filosas. Will there be a final knockout? We shall see in a couple of minutes. First, to the commercials. Chuck in a pizza, they will eat it. True. Okay, it's tower time. It's the Tower of Power. In the bottom, we are going to start with a Queen subakum. And if I'm correct, we have Camponotus in here. And we do with one worker and a really nice pile of orange and red eggs. I still think that's so funny. So we are going to give them some epic sugar water. Sugar water. Oh my. Look at this smiley tray. Where is it? It's squinting. No, I didn't clean that all too well with the after 3D printing. No. Okay, red runners. Where are the red runners? Red runners. Crickets have a weak exoskeleton. Yeah, and especially if you cut them up. Very nice. Just look at this beautiful queen. Beautiful. Ooh. 2 weeks ago, we had the first worker. And it's cool. This was a colony that I actually got gifted by Lasius Insects. He was happy that I made a few videos on the leaf cutters. And I, of course, was very thankful for his great colony, well, great quality of colony of leaf cutters that he supplied me and all the support. So I was happy to make some advertisement for it. And yeah, as a reward, he gave me this awesome queen. ADD? Who? Who has ADD? Who? What? On to the next. So, one of the split offs of the Tetramorium. So, one of the split offs I traded 2 days ago. We are gonna get Mesobarbarus for it. Which is cool. That worker is awesome. The colors on those are really. We are still trying to figure out what species it is. It's probably a Camponotus. A J from Ant Scout is looking into it, which is cool. Which also again helps him with the development of his app. For people who don't know what it is, Ant Scout is an app where you can see nuptial flights and you can see ants in your location. So, and you can also upload pictures and it will tell you for a lot of species what species it actually is. Whew. What is it like to own ants? My sister wants to learn what it's like so she can have an ant farm when she moves out. When she moves out. Yeah, you can make it as crazy as you want. You can get one colony and take it easy, or go bananas as I did. I have 30 colonies at the moment. Yeah. Very true what Mr. Antimatters is saying. Okay. Chromatogastus scutularis with workers. That's cute. I do see that that tube is dry, but that's okay because I already had a big tube lying around. So that's oh, sorry. So Chromatogastus scutularis. This was a colony that was gifted to me, and yeah, I already have a trade set up for it. It just hasn't happened yet. I'm gonna trade this colony for another colony. Very rewarding to raise a colony from a single queen. True, but not with Chromatogastus scutularis. I am not fond of this species. As a lot of you know, the other colony that we have, we actually call the Tiny Devils, that I still have to show you guys in a bit. Oh, by the way, we haven't looked at Sadie yet. Oh, I'm so far behind on schedule, guys. So we're going to pass the 2 hours. Most definitely. The colors are nice, that's true, but they are breakout artists. They make a humongous mess. They try to nest everywhere except where you want them. So, yeah, it's annoying. Okay, on to the next. The Droptails from Go. They are not happy. Are those eggs? No. So the Droptail Queen. No. No eggs. I tried them on a different temperature. I tried to give them some more darkness. No change at all, which is pretty annoying. Very pretty queen, though. I tried red runners. I tried a bit of dubia. I tried some crickets. They are eating. They are taking a little bit of sugar, but yeah. What species is it? It's an African droptail, but we don't exactly know which one it is. Man, this stream has been going on for so long. Well, normally it's around 2 hours, but we're going to be past that this time. So, yes, I might need to... Well, do you guys have any ideas? What should we do with this? They will go nuts for fruit flies. Well, I ordered fruit flies, also for the Metallicas, and they didn't deliver them. I got the crickets that I ordered, but I didn't get the fruit flies that I ordered. Try fish food. I don't have any fish food at the moment. I don't have any fish. So, okay. Fish food. I have to check that out. Maybe substrate in the tube to raise the humidity. Okay. Mainly bloodworm fish food. Okay, I have to check that out. Can you DM me that in Discord before I forget? Okay, on to the next species. And the next species is on the list to get an expansion. As we talked about last week, it's the Polydula. And the Polydula are still in there with all their brood and a dry tube. And they got a wet tube here, but they are just running water back and forth. That's a new worker there in the bottom. Do you see it there in the middle now? That is not a hardened exoskeleton. What is it, Sadie? Yeah, I forgot to ask you because you said that you were going to the water lily, and I was like, crap, I should have asked you. Polydula give me nightmares. Why? Well, thanks for joining, Texas Ants. So the Polydula are making it very hard for me because I cannot take the lid off anymore. So this is a sign that they need an expansion. So I'm not going to feed them now. I am going to make sure that they get an expansion. So, yeah. Thanks, Texas Ants. Always nice to have you in the stream. Hope to see you next week. Hey, Nether Ants. How long do you think the Tetras will hit 100 workers? That can go pretty fast. Just keep feeding them. A month. Bye, Exotic House. My daughter used to have a colony of them about 5 years ago. A massive colony barrier was applied twice a day, and they were already getting past it. Yeah, I heard that before. That they are not the best in that way. So, on to the next. Oh, we have so many ants now. So we have one tower, but there are not many ants in there. But it's going to be filled up with 2 messers. So we still have the Camponotus forelli. I nearly forgot the name. Camponotus forelli. Yeah, they have a lot of eggs. So one of the Tetramorium split-offs from the Tetronatus went to Crazy King or Nether Ants. You can find on... You're on TikTok, right? Or are you also on YouTube? I follow so many now that I sometimes forget on which platforms everybody is on. Can you please get your heads back in there? Thank you. So this colony is probably not gonna stay. Okay, the queen is pissed. She's running into the other tube. This colony is probably not gonna stay. I was gonna get a queen and then follow her and make like 100-day episode or something like that. But instead of that, we got a colony because shipment was delayed and stuff like that. So it is probably going to be a colony that will be gifted to somebody coming over here. And I think I already know somebody that would like to have this colony. Another starting family, so that's cool. Yeah, she's pissed. Okay. From that cabinet, we still have 3 colonies to go. I'm so far behind on schedule. Oh, man. You guys have just been keeping me active all the time. So many questions and cool stories that, yeah. Okay, guys. Too bad that Lynn isn't here. This is, oh man. What? There's a schedule? No, there's no schedule, but there is, but there isn't, but there is, you know? Oh, there was one under it. Did you see it? Did you see it? It was running. There's one under the rock there. Get out of here. There we go. Come on. Come on, my dude. Show yourself. Show your beautiful gaster. Nope. Nope, not going for it. Okay. Okay, we'll go and check out how the rest of the family is doing. There we go. Wow. In the left, you can see some eggs. I don't know if it's really clear for you guys, but there are eggs. 2 cocoons. Oh, I really love this species. It's so hard to get their beautiful color in screen, but because they are small. But just look at that beautiful color. So I have to learn the name because I keep forgetting it. Well, the first part at least. Retidoponera metallica. Retidoponera metallica. Yeah, the fun thing is I completely matched it with the nest. Nothing else matters. Well, this is something that can turn the page. Yeah. If something happens to the colony, I will be the unforgiven. Yeah. Sadly, fade to black. Because there can be only one. Damn. I really love these. So these were actually gifted by Lynn, by Ninuturu, or in, yeah, floating in the top right. I know, but it's fine. There's a lot of substrate in there. So she's also called Woestijnraad in the Discord. And it's actually a colony from another friend from a Discord group called Henry. So yeah, I'm so happy with this colony. I hope to get some epic shots to make a really nice video on them real soon. But as I said, they are pretty hard to film with their beautiful colors, and they're also quite skittish. This is actually the first time that I'm able to film them like this for... now there's And as I say it, one comes in. Whoa, panic, panic! Ah, we need to go. We need to go. Where do we need to go? Chill out, dude. Okay. I'll put you back in the dark. But damn, so pretty. And again, so happy with the nest. You found the 6th queen? It was impossible to count, dude. It was impossible to count. Stefan, thank you again for all the nice supplies. And I'll talk to you soon, dude. Okay, on to the next colony. How is our queen doing? She is running again. And there is one solo eggy. You can tell Lynn there 1 hour. I talked to Lynn a lot about the Metallicas, to be honest. Because they are in the top 10 to be honest. Hey, did that Manica Rubida queen survive? No. And I don't know what actually happened because the queen died, but also a few days later, all the workers died. So I don't know if there was something wrong with the nest, if there was bad food or I don't know. But no, the whole colony was gone in a few days after. So it's weird. We had a big die-off before hibernation. Then they made it through hibernation. And then after hibernation, boom, dead. So, okay, let's give her... She's so skittish. Well, it's not zoomy. She's just afraid. Oh. Hairy panther ants. So, crafting end. Do you still need to attach a lot of nests? Yes, I still need to attach a lot of nests. Well, what do you mean by that? Well, because this outworld still has a nest in it. Yes, after hibernation, I was not able to put it back yet. Are they doing great? Yes, they're doing great. Check out the amount of brood. Yeah, brood. More brood over there. Brood over there. You know what's over there? Brood. And maybe there's some brood over there. They're everywhere inside the nest. And there's brood everywhere. So, yeah. Should I just put it back? But the nest takes up so much space. How are the Marauders doing? The Marauders doing a lot better than before. Okay, let's see if we can get some sugar water going here. Because these girls also like sugar water. And the red runner, of course. I'm just gonna snip it in there. Still 23 people in the stream. a lot of people know that you need watch hours and subscribers to be monetized by Crazy King, Netherlands. But the streams actually give me enough hours to keep being monetized, which is epic. So, again, guys, thank you all for joining every week. Oh, man. How many do we still need to do? Sadie, are you still there? After this, it's 3 colonies if we don't do anything double. But I don't know if Sadie's still there, because Sadie, we need to get Sadie out. And Sadie needs her outworld back because Sadie is pumping out brood. So I need to clean her old outworld that I disconnected before hibernation so that I can reconnect it again. And it's all on the list for this week, but if I fed mine alive, it would take all day. Cool. Yeah, she's doing really, really well. Which also means that feeding her is getting challenging. What we love, of course. Because when the feeding gets hard, it means that the colony is thriving. Give her back the outworld. Yeah, as I said, I need to clean it. It's right here. Is it? Yeah, it's it's right here. But it's dirty, so I want to clean it before I put it back. I promise you, next week, it will be sorted. Okay? Okay? So, let's see if we can do the old swapperoo. One in, one out. Damn! That went way better than I thought it would go. Zoomies! Somebody found the sugar water. Yum, 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 yum. My daughters are constantly singing. I know I should sleep, but the voices in my head do num 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 num. Well, Sadie, the thing is that all ants are a joy. Yeah, now it's zoomies. Now it's zoomies. Now it's not afraid. It's zoomies. I'm going to give them the red ones back. No. Polydula. Okay. On to the next. Some ants are pure evil. True. Very true. I'm not calling them the tiny devils for nothing. So, next colony. Oh yeah, the all the tiny ones. Nah. Now you're just discriminating a little bit. Formica fusca. Hey, where are the eggs at? We had Aggies last time. Are you sitting on the Aggies? Aggies. Oh! Hey! Stop running! Stop running around with the eggs! Oh my God. Do you ever talk to Hood? I sent him a message on Instagram, but he never replied. But that was right after his last stream, which is, I think, more than a year ago. I know that Ancon, he had like 5. Easier to get him on Facebook. Okay. Because last Ancon, he did a few minutes, but... By the way, Sadie, you should definitely get some YouTuber or somebody that was doing the same, that should do the same thing as Oliver did, so that the people, so that the rest of the world can enjoy Ancon as well. Because Hood tried the last time, but yeah, because Hood, I'm also curious how he is doing and how Rabbit is doing and his ants. I know that he was so sad when he lost his leaf cutter set, his leaf cutter colony, because of some bad roses, I think. On to the next. What do we still have left? Yeah, I know, but I know it's not easy for you to do, but get another YouTuber over there. I don't know, Fantastic Tom, Antflix. I mean, give Jake a job. Jake, come on. Just non-stop activity. Everyone plans to get content. But last year we didn't see anything. And maybe make a list somewhere from people that are posting that that it's listed somewhere so that people can actually find it. Yeah, the brood is in the double drinker. There's nothing in the nest. So these are the tiny devils. There's also a ton of brood here. Talks and games and watching talks. Yeah, sure. Don't show us anything. No, the rest of the world is not important. Only the people from England and Wales. I do a freaking live stream every Sunday for you guys. And what do I get in return? Yeah, I know, Lynn. We still need to talk about that, though. See, Fantastic Thomas willing to do something. That's some quality. ant creating right there. Get Lynn to go live. Well, I could ask her, but I know because last year I got a ton of pictures from Lynn and a couple of shots. Yeah, the tiny devils are not. Oh, there's one ant in the nest. 3 ants in the nest. I'm just messing with you, Sadie. Yeah, for me at the moment, it is not financially viable to come to AntCon. That's the problem. I would love to come, just not as the crafting ant, just as Meek, just to be just as myself, not to be there as a content creator, because there might be a conflict of interest. But I would love to come someday. So, where is the queen? Good question. No clue. This colony is a mess. I mean, she's probably in there somewhere. You can see more brood there. I haven't seen the queen in a long, long time. But this is one of those setups, what you were talking about, Sadie, that that I need to put them in a tub with a talcum barrier and just open it up and start gathering the ants and put them in something new. Yeah, I know, Jake, but I mean about making content. If I would go there and then make content for you guys, there might be some conflict. I mean, me being there is not a problem if I behave myself. Well, maybe someday. I tried to convince my girlfriend to make it into a holiday, but no. And we need to save up a little bit money. It was a big step, of course, for me to stop working and be a house dad. So we have to make some decisions, and some of them I like, and some of them I don't. Oh, I know. I've seen all the that everybody's welcome. But I would probably also enjoy it more if I would be there as Nick and not as the crafting ant. Okay, we have finished the full round. All colonies are fed. Is there something that you guys would like to see? Else, come as the mask if you want. I don't think that I'm famous or anything, so I think that my face is a mask good enough. Oh, crap. I've been talking for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Holy smokes. Oh, you meant from the film? Yep. Smoking. We need a 12-hour stream. Well, would you join me, Tom? You could wear your giant smiley ball as a version of. I could probably make a round version of that and put it on my head. Yeah. No, I'm leaving the clavata for now. It's still only eggs, and yeah, the same for the bull ants. I checked on them this week. So yeah. How far is my order? How far is your order? Depends on where the order is going. Is the order going to Germany, to Köln? Dann dauert es eine Tag. Hole tried 24-hour stream once. Yeah, that's true. I talked to Holes last week. No, 2 weeks ago. He's doing good. He's doing really good. What size tube do you use for the double drinker? I don't have any that fit. It is 100 times 13 millimeters. They are available on the website. Yeah, I will. I wanted to text him today, but I forgot. We used to talk a lot about Formula One, which started today again. So, Denmark. Everything for Denmark is shipped. Denmark. Because I don't want to say your name, of course. Okay. Yes. CD. Yeah. Okay. It is sent by DPD. And you should also have a link in your email. And I delivered it to them on the 5th, but it hasn't moved yet. And that's typical DPD, sadly. So it has been shipped, and you should have an email in your email account, maybe in spam. It was shipped 3 days ago. Okay, I am going to end the stream, guys. So I am going to flip the camera for a second. Should I get a super smiley for my face? So the biggest one I have at the moment. So XXL smiley now also available on the website. It's very handy for feeding your red runners and dubias. Hello, Antcrest. We are just ending the stream. Hello, I'm back. Nice stream. Yeah, we're just about to end it, European Antkeeper. Again, people, thank you all for joining. It was so much fun. Again, it's been 2 hours and 25 minutes. Yeah, we'll talk, Sadie, for next week. Jake, if you want to join me someday, cool. Thank you for the help, Martin. Same time, same man channel. Thanks, Ebola. Thank you, Worm. And I'll see you guys the next time. The Crafting Ant.